Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chose UK top 10 singles chart from the past. Do you remember when things were really humming? Now you're lying close to me, making love to me. Don't let us hear you say life's taking you nowhere. Spare us our lives from the monstrosities. I'm Andy Robinson.
And I'm James Cook.
And which top 10 randomly chosen from the past are we looking at this week, James?
It's the 18th of December, 1975.
The 18th of December 1975, I say partially to reiterate, not long before the 1975th birthday for baby Jesus.
It's a Christmas chart, which is why we're putting this out in Christmas week.
However, if you're one of those people who don't like Christmas music, don't worry, because there's only one, isn't there?
Yeah. There's a couple of other songs that might be sort of tangentially associated with Christmas. But,
okay, I don't know about that. I'm intrigued to see your point of view.
Hence the sleigh bells on the theme music.
In this week's Top 40, of course, there's other great records. As always, This Old Heart of Mine, Rod Stewart, Wide-Eyed and Legless, Andy Fairweather Low, Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell. Right back where we started from, Maxine Nightingale, Mamma Mia, Imagine.
The number one album at this time is 40 Greatest Hits by Perry Como.
Perry Como, we've talked about him in the past.
Yeah, in the 70s.
Rampant Sex Maniac, I think we had him for some stupid reason. We don't mean it, Perry.
At the movies, you could go and see The Man Who Would Be King with Sean Connery and Michael Caine. Or one of my favourite films, Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh, yes, Al Pacino.
That's correct.
Well, let's do a little bit of news. I had a look at the... All right, then, to put the 18th of December 1975 into some sort of context, I had a look at the news. It was its usual death and destruction and drought and war everywhere. But in pop music news, The Who had just done their largest indoor gig at Pontiac Silverdome for 78,000 people. The Faces were about to break up. The first punk, I suppose, zine was published, just called Punk.
The Sex Pistols had done their first ever gig about 6 weeks before this. And somewhere in Adelaide, Sia was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a very specific pop music fact. I like it. All right, then, get this. When The Who were playing their largest ever indoor gig to 78,000 in Pontiac Silverdome, a few weeks later, Elvis Presley was also on that stage, and he ripped his trousers, if we're going to be Google savvy. I bought 30% of these records.
Because you were around at the time.
Not at the time. I bought them subsequently on compilations and best of. But yes, I was a little 5-6-year-old, 6, I think. I can't really remember these charts, I have to say. Is there any one that made actually, number one made an impression on me. Number two, certainly I remember from this time. So I suppose it was in there.
I've got some stats about the charts.
I'm so fond of your 70s stats.
This UK Top 10 singles chart only contains one UK number one. There's a reason for that, and we'll get into it during the episode. There are 5 songs going up, 4 songs going down, and 1 non-mover for a total net movement of positive 23. There are 6 British artists, 2 Americans, 1 British and American, 1 Greek, 5 groups, 4 solo artists, and a duo, and there are 2 cover versions.
By my reckoning, there are 2 songs about the complexities of sex. 2 songs, yes, different, not love, in the 70s.
They can be different, can't they?
2 songs about belief systems, 2 songs about nostalgia, 2 songs about a location, 1 song about a hat, and 1 song about telling your mother you've committed murder. There are no examples of self-reference, but I reckon there's 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 key changes in this top 10. I can't quite work out. 1 song does a lot of the heavy lifting, I must admit.
You can listen to all these songs on our playlists. The links for Spotify and YouTube are in the description of this podcast. And on those lists, you'll find another half dozen songs that never make the top 10, but that we feel
compelled?
Yes, compelled to talk about. And we will do so in our bonus tracks podcast available exclusively to our Patreon backers. And this week, it's probably the funkiest Patreon episode we've ever done, including Slade on the Slide, Bill Oddie accidentally inventing hip-hop, the 70s answer to the X Factor, and the greatest record ever made. You can join our Patreon community for free. The bonus tracks podcast costs less than a Betamax player a month.
The Betamax, you say? I bought one of them in 1974.
No, you didn't. You can't have done. It came out in 1975.
Oh, that's why you mentioned it. We always like to give it...
Also, you were like 5 years old. Where are you getting the disposable income for a Betamax player?
Just my drug selling money. Listen, you said the greatest song ever made is in our bonus track.
Yep.
Did you choose it or me? Guess you did.
We'll find out, won't you?
Then.
You'll have to sign up and have a listen. By the way, if you just want to listen to a one-off Bonus Tracks podcast, they are for sale individually on our Patreon page for the lowest price Patreon allows us to put them on for.
We always like to give you a nudge towards the Spotify and YouTube playlists, either before, during, or after this podcast, to make sense of what me and James are banging on about. And let's face facts, it's quite an erratic top 10 this week, isn't it?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
If you are enjoying Shooby Dooby Doo Wop, please leave us a review and a rating on your podcast provider. Those things really, really help us, guys.
They really help. I mean, I understand the inclination just to not bother, but please help us if you can. We're left a little bit of sound like we're trapped down a well. Help.
We're not trapped down a well, we're trapped in a shed. It's a different thing.
Well, I see no reason to hang about, so here's £half a pound of reasons and £1/4 pound of sense.
Number 10.
Down to number 10 this week of the 18th of December 1975, just to remind ya, it's Mud with Show Me You're a Woman.
Yes, Graham Linehan's favourite song.
How do we start talking about this? Well, again, with a lot of the records in this week's top 10, there's other things to talk about, isn't there?
Yeah.
Should we describe it first? I mean, you can always nip over to Spotify or YouTube, listen to it. It's a kind of 70s soul. I always associated Mud with like 50s rock and roll sensibilities, really. But this has got a touch of the old 70s soul about it, I'm going to say.
There's a theme in part of this chart this week, and also in the Patreon tracks that we're going to talk about, of what glam rockers did next. Isn't it? Because glam is kind of over by 75.
It's on its way out for sure.
But there are all these artists who got big during glam who are like, what are we going to do now? Yeah. So here's Mud, and they were sort of glam light, weren't they? But they were incredibly popular. They'd had the Christmas #1 the year before with Lonely This Christmas,
which still appears in the at least the streaming charts every Christmas. So,
yeah.
You know, it's a classic.
And Tiger Feet as well was a massive hit. And as you say, this is a sort of blue-eyed soul ballad, which musically is fair enough.
Are we going to go lyrically?
Well, here's the thing. Can you get over the lyrics in this day and age?
Well, let's explain them, James. What would you say is the lyrical thrust of this record?
The lyrical thrust of this record is that Les Gray, 29, is singing a song to a female who he is not convinced is mature enough to be in a relationship with him.
Let's do some words so it's not just our opinion. They are saying... or Mud is saying, or Les Gray is saying. I mean, I quite like the title Mud because it is muddy, isn't it? I hurt your feelings when I said you're kind of green of an
green
age.
Being naive rather than sort of environmentally friendly.
Of an age that's in between.
Or seasick. Or jealous.
Well, this is exactly my point, James. You've interpreted it half a dozen different ways there, so it's very much in the ear
There
of
is
the
some
beholder.
ambiguity in this, but I think we all know what he's going on about.
I hurt your feelings when I said you're kind of green of an age that's in between. You don't know what love means.
An
you
age
think
that's
love...
in between what?
All right, then.
That's what we need to know.
As Burgersoft777 says on YouTube underneath the comments, am I the only person that finds this song more than a bit creepy, yeah?
No, he's not the only person.
East End 59 says, the lyrics actually say, when you are a woman, I'm your man, rather like Gary Puckett's Young Girl. Not so creepy at all.
Yeah, there is that. There is that kind of, I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's quite explicitly saying that he's not going to do anything until it is appropriate. But then, is it appropriate to be singing that?
All right, now we've said this before, James. If it was maybe Mud are working from a Nabokovian type character as a character study, it doesn't necessarily mean that the singer and Mud mean. It could just be it happens in life. Maybe they are doing a little bit of reportage, yeah? If it was in a novel. I mean, when Nick Cave does Grinder Man, and it's sexual and he's being dark, everyone just goes, oh, very good, Nick Cave. But I suppose he's got a different identity and all that. But maybe that song is just about a darker male psyche. I don't get it anyway, because he's saying, show me, in the chorus, he's going, show me you're a woman, blah, blah, blah.
How?
Well, by the smile and sound of your girlish laughter. So he wants a woman to be girlish too.
Show me you're a woman by, I don't know, buying shoes. All the old 90s stereotypes from stand-up.
Yeah, you've been worse than Les Gray here. Sarah Firth, 1972, says, think this shows that not all men want the same thing in a woman.
Because when you listen to it and then you hear the words, it does make you go, oh. So whether it's a character or not, it's still going to have that effect on people.
Yeah, I'd say it had that effect on me. Sure.
I mean...
the first time I heard it, especially, I was huh? What?
there's very little about this song out there on the internet. It's almost as if people don't really want you to know about it anymore.
Do you think?
Kind of don't want to talk about it. I mean, we're dragging Les Gray's name through the through the dirt.
I mean, it's an interesting thing. I was thinking,
But he didn't write the song.
who wrote it?
The song was written by original member of Brotherhood of Man John Goodison and Phil Wainman, who, aside from being Jonathan Ross's favourite Dustin Hoffman film, had co-written a number one for the Bay City Rollers called Give a Little Love. And we've mentioned Phil Wainman before. He's the guy who quit music when he got home late at night to find burglars had broken into his house and tied up his wife. And he said, I'm not doing music anymore, and became a state agent. So he's one of the songwriters here.
I read on the YouTube comments that Mud had asked for a song similar to Give a Little Love, and Phil Wayman wrote it as a kind of, here you go, try this one.
This was Mud's fifth top 10 hit of 1975. They'd only have 2 more charting singles in the UK, both in the following year. They'd stopped working with Chin and Chapman by this point, who were behind a lot of their hits.
It's all right, isn't it? The song itself is all right. Almost the lyrics are the most interesting thing about it.
They just put you off it.
About other songs in the past, though, that have done it? I mean, we did one about, what was that, Birthday we spoke about by Sugar Cubes?
Yeah.
And didn't Björk write that one as a kind of hymn to what she thought was sexual idea of middle-aged men? She wrote it when she was a young girl. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
but that's the other way around, isn't it? There's a different power dynamic there.
Very much, yeah. But it happens, doesn't it?
But as you mentioned, what's his face, young girl.
Gary Puckett?
Yeah.
And the Union Gap.
Yeah. Wasn't there one by... Didn't The Sweet do something that was a little bit borderline? That it used to be a thing in pop songs.
Yeah.
Sweet,
ABBA?
Sweet
Does
16.
Your Mother Know?
Yeah.
That's one, isn't it?
Yeah. And now we're
Maggie
all...
May? Rod
we're all-
Stewart? That's about a different power dynamic. That's an
Yeah,
older
that's-
woman who takes him in.
But he's the one singing about it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying the subject itself. Diana, we did Paul Anka, do you remember? I'm so young and you're so old.
Yeah, and she was like a year older than him.
Yeah. There's a Bob Dylan film which he did some acting in. Hearts of Fire, it's called. Terrible film. Rupert Everett, and I can't remember the name of the woman. But he has a thing where, like, the young woman fancies him, but he can't do it. He sings a song like, I've got a couple more years on you. Shel Silverstein song, I think. So what I'm saying is, despite its easiness, it is a dynamic that happens in life. It's good to have it represented. Well, not good, but...
Not like this.
Well, do you like Maggie May? Do you like Björk? Do you like Diana? Do you like ABBA? Do you like Bob Dylan? Do you like Gary Puckett?
You can't just go, these other things that are different, do you like these?
They're not different, though. They are within the same section of the Venn diagram.
But they are different. I don't think this song is as bad as it appears on at face value, because, as you say, he is singing about how he is waiting, but he is still singing to a young girl.
Don't try to fool me, because I know about your age, and it's written on a page of the memories I've saved. I know you're only trying hard to do what's right, but you're so young, so you might have to wait for Cupid's bite. Get off me, you dirty old man.
Do you know about the guitarist in Mud?
Go on.
Because Mud are still really popular, aren't they? Huh? Well, you mentioned that their song Lonely This Christmas shows up every year.
Yeah, Tiger Feet you hear out and about now and again, don't you?
And if you drive through the countryside, very often you see signs just on the side of the road, just celebrating them. Do you know the guitarist Rob Davis?
Oh, yeah.
He'd go on to co-write Not Over Yet by Grace. Not over, not over.
I remember now, thank you.
Toker's Miracle by Fragma.
Oh, yeah.
Groove Jet by Spiller.
Did he?
And with Kathy Dennis, he wrote Can't Get You Out of My Head.
So he's all right.
Yep.
Also read on YouTube that Big Jim Sullivan might have played sitar on this. We've mentioned Big Jim Sullivan a few times before. He's played on something like 500 top 10 songs, hasn't he? Check him out.
Oh, yes, because it's got a sitar.
Yeah.
But knowing this song, it's probably a baby sitar.
Number 9.
Down 3 to number 9. It's All Around My Hat by Steely Span, who you shouldn't confuse with Steely Dan, according to the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, but it did happen, didn't it? Now and again, we've done it before, haven't we? The Communards, someone asked for the LP for Christmas and their grand bought them the Commodores, so, similar name can mess you up.
Steely Dan. This is their only top 10 hit and one of 2 charting singles.
It's also one of the songs with just the one key change in, so I'm glad to get that out of the way.
It's an old folk song.
Seems that way.
Dating back to the early 19th century, at least.
What's it about, James? I couldn't quite get my head round it. Something I looked under in the YouTube comments Someone was mentioned that it's about wearing hats made of leaves to mourn your partner.
I can't think of a better way to do that. In the original version, a Cockney fruit and veg seller vows to be true to his fiancée, who had been sentenced to 7 years in Australia. That sounds amazing. What crime do I have to commit?
I like it.
To get sentenced to 7 years in Australia.
I like it. You're sounding a little bit like you're drifting towards the right wing.
What? Not at all. I just want some nice weather, that's all.
It's all right for them criminals. They get looked after and go to
Yeah,
Let's do that. Let's lean into that old thing. It's all right for criminals. What they do is commit a crime and have a nice holiday in Australia. Does that work?
Well, no, because they don't know. But people say that the right wing now, they go, prisons are like holiday camps. Mate, we used to send them to Australia. We used to send them to a bloody sun-kissed paradise. Anyway, the fiancé's gone to Australia, so they're mourning their absence by wearing green willow sprigs in their hatband for 12 months and a day. What happens if it's a leap year? Does that mean you don't do the extra day, or does that mean you're doing an extra day on top?
Yeah. Did you like this song this week? Did you know it already? You must have done a little bit.
I knew it a bit.
Yeah, me too.
But this is the first week I've sort of really listened to it.
And... All right then. Well, I like that's a reaction, James. That let's call it lengthy silence with uncertainty. That's a reaction of some kind.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I have been singing all around my hat from time to time. That's a lot more acceptable and earworm than going around singing "Show Me You're a Woman."
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. As we've mentioned before, James, when I first heard it this week, knowing it vaguely in the past, I thought, oh, not this song. Shut up. I hate this. I'm getting on my nerves. However, by the end of the week, I hear the introduction and I think, I love this one. So I've got into it. She sings it great, doesn't she? Maddie Pryor, the vocalist, I particularly like some of the vocals on it, in the chorus especially. She's a whooping and a wailing in it. I think it's good.
Her dad, of course, Alan, invented Z-Cars.
Oh, really?
The TV show.
Did he?
Yep. They basically rocked up the folk song, haven't they? They've got electric guitars in it. They've got drums.
Sounded a little bit like the Wombles, I'm going to say, when the Wombles were rocking.
There's a reason for that, though, isn't there, Andy?
What?
There's no way you said that and you don't know.
No, I do. Go on.
Peter Knight, Bob Johnson and Rick Kemp from Steel Eye Span were the Wombles.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you pretending?
100%, I didn't know. 100%.
Yeah, it sounds like the Wombles, because it is the bloody Wombles.
Steel Eye Span are the Wombles? That's blown my mind.
Yeah, it was like a secret. But even when they did Top of the Pops, you know, when the guys in the Womble suits, that was those three guys from Steel Eye Span.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good then. So what I'm saying is just people's soul they put into their music, their personality. So even when you're dressed in a big Uncle Bulgaria suit, you cannot hide.
And also, this song and the Womble songs all produced by Mike Batt.
Wow. I never learned that on YouTube. Great. Tom KZ9PB says, I love this, etc., etc. Then he says, a lot of music these days falls into three categories of 1, musical self-pity parties. I agree with that to some extent. 2, grudge matches and resentments. And 3, vulgar sex orgies and skin flicks.
What songs have you been listening to?
Well, we've done all three of them subjects in some way.
That's not... I suppose he does say a lot of music, but I would also say this song is kind of a self-pity party.
It's also got a grudge against her ex-lover, and also they probably had sex orgies and watched skin flicks.
Or in the folk community, I reckon that goes on all the time.
All right. I like the sort of dig that Maddie Pryor is singing of "You're a false, deluding young man." That's a good insult, isn't it? Up there with "Jumped Up Pantry Boy" from the Smiths song, I suppose.
Well, this version also incorporates lyrics from another early 19th century folk song called "Farewell He." Oh, yeah. So technically, this is a mashup.
Okay, great. Did you watch the video?
I watched the performance, yes.
And which one? There's a few. I watched one from Crop Ready, which was only a few years ago. Kevin Bolton says about this Crop Ready performance, is it compulsory for female violinists to have long hair and be stunningly attractive? You can imagine the type of man who goes to this. This was interesting. While we were slagging Mud off and Les Gray, get this, David Bailey 5252 on YouTube says, I gave Maddie Pryor a kiss a couple of years ago. I couldn't resist it. Now, that's worse than what Les Gray... Just because you can't resist giving someone a kiss don't mean you should, David Bailey.
The video I watched was the sort of contemporaneous one from 75.
Did it have Morris dancers on?
No, it didn't have Morris dancers on it, and some of the band are enjoying playing it a lot more than the others.
All right, the version I saw, which I think was one from 10 years ago, crop ready, it had loads of Morris. What do you make of Morris dancers? Bit me when I watch Morris dancers. I want to take one of them to the side and sort of go, who are you? What's important to you in life?
Really?
Yeah.
If people want to do that, fair enough.
Have you seen the ones around this district we live in, James, who are all dressed in black and they're kind of like the goth Morris dancers?
No, I haven't seen the goth.
Keep an eye
Morrissey dancers. No, I haven't seen them. So, yeah, it's got a few of the folk tropes, hasn't it? You can imagine them sticking their finger in their ear and singing about...
It's pretty folky, pretty wombly.
A year and a day. That's a very sort of folky thing. Completely arbitrary time. So what, a year and 2 days, you're not going to give a shit, is that it?
Do you remember when we did what chart from whatever year that was? We did Diana Ross, Upside Down.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the language in that song with her saying, respectfully, I give to thee and all that stuff. And we were saying, no other song does that. Our apologies. Steel Ice Band does it all the time. There's loads of these in there and oldie-timey language, isn't there?
Yes, there are a lot of these. They also, the line that ends with, and if anyone should ask me the reason why I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
I like how they've changed the tune so that actually that does scan and doesn't sound clunky and weird. Because it's a clunky line.
It's got skills.
It doesn't rhyme with anything and it feels... We'll change that line when we record it properly. But they changed the tune so it goes... reason why I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a musical would do.
For some reason, James, I was thinking, I bet Steel Ice Band end every gig with this song. It's rambunctious, it's up, everyone knows it. And then I looked at their set list for some reason, just to check I was right. However, they don't end every set with this song. Do you know what the song they end their set with, seemingly? It's a song called...
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's Pump Up the Jam.
It's a song called Dodgy Bastards, which is pretty good, actually. I clicked on it, check that out too.
There have been 26 members of Steel Ice Band at one time or another. Maddie Pryor is the only ever present. She's the Ryan Giggs.
This is good, James, and a few of the videos I checked out, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. We are recording this in September 2025. However,
no, this is a Christmas special, and like all Christmas specials, we have to pretend we're doing it in Christmas, even though it's recorded months in advance.
That's right, I forgot that. Well, in that case, you have just missed Steel Ice Band doing a live tour in late November and early December.
Number 8.
Up 7 places to number 8 this week. It's David Bowie with Golden Years. I sometimes still say Bowie, and I know that's wrong, so I'm going to try and remember.
Yeah, no, it's Bowie, isn't it?
Apparently.
David Bowie.
Yeah. No, this song, James, I feel like I've known this all my life, but as we mentioned nearly every week, living with it throughout the week, being in context, just after Steel Ice Band and especially Les Gray being whatever he is, then the song being what it is. I've got to correct myself. So... it was great to hear this week. It's a groover, it's a mover.
And again, it's what glam rock did next.
Yeah.
Here's David Bowie, who's the leading light of glam, wasn't he? Him and T-Rex, I suppose. And then in 1975, the singles he puts out are Young Americans, Fame, and this one, Golden Years. This is the only one that gets in the top 10 of those three.
Wow. As
his fans adjust to what he's doing now, which is a funkier, more soul-based thing, isn't it?
Yeah, very much. As Peter Dilworth 3110 on YouTube says, if there ever was an astral plane, I think Bowie knew which cafe to use. I think that's a great way of putting it.
There's a cafe on the astral plane?
Could well be, couldn't there? I liked it. I thought that's a great metaphor. Thank you, Peter Dilworth.
I wonder what their opening hours are.
Now, these songs often change as you get older, don't they? He's still thinking about the opening hours.
Yeah.
Go on. What are the opening hours?
I'm just really hungry. Just thinking about cafes.
I mean, this song changes as you get older. I think I heard this as a young man, and now, as an older man, let's say, it's got a different sentiment to it, the lyrics.
Okay, so what has changed? What did you used to think it was, and what do you think it is now?
When you're younger, you hear these songs and you think, that'll be me in the future, or that's a song for getting older. And now that notion of golden years and the character, I mean, this is interesting about Bowie, I think. The song, essentially, what would you say it's about? It's a kind of a hymn to something, isn't it?
When you look at the lyrics, it's actually about how now is the golden years.
Yeah.
When you hear people talk about the golden years, I think you're right. I think when you are young, you think, oh, that'll be in That's when you're old, are your golden years. And when you're old, you go, when I was young, those were the golden years. But it's actually him going, it's now, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't let me hear you say life is getting you nowhere.
Let's do it. Here comes a guitar. I've been right into it this week, James. I can't play it properly. There's two guitarists on it, I think. There's Earl Slick, Carlos Alomar.
Earl Slick would go on to spend 4 years in the 90s as a timeshare salesman.
Did he?
Yep.
All right, then. So I don't know who's doing what on it, but you've kind of got the riff, which is beautiful of... Yeah? And then you've got all these lovely bits of in-between. The main one, I suppose, going... But then you've got loads of... And then fantastic stuff like... So... One of the two guitarists is having a lot of fun riffing away, then the other one comes in towards the end. So that was played badly, but these two guitarists are kind of working in tandem to create a particular kind of swampy groove.
What does that mean? What do you mean by swampy?
I suppose a sort of swamp rock, which it reminds me of that, which I suppose just kind of a bit muddy, not like Les Gray. But that kind of notion of, it's got a bit of dirt and grit and that to it. The old Southern American groove, isn't it? I mean, Bowie sings it on Soul Train. There's a performance of him singing that.
Yeah.
Black show, essentially, but people dancing to it. And on this performance, he's off his head, isn't he?
He is. Yeah. Here's the thing. It's quite difficult to find out a lot about what was going through David Bowie's mind at the time he wrote and recorded Golden Years, because by his own admission, he was off his face on cocaine for most of the time.
Yeah.
So he can't actually remember it.
And it looks like it as well.
It was the first single off of the album Station to Station.
We should mention the Bowie albums. That's part of his legacy, isn't it? Some turn in his career, I suppose. Some change of persona.
Well, the persona now is the Thin White Duke.
Yeah.
With his white hair.
I mean, he sings it great, doesn't he? I thought this is another thing I didn't really realise till listening to it a lot this week. He's just the switching registers in his voice. Sometimes he's singing it way up there, falsetto, I suppose. Sometimes he's singing it way down there, baritone, everywhere in between. There's a lot of conviction and character in this performance.
A lot of character in the performance, and a lot of quack, quack, quack. Doing duck impressions. He wasn't going to sing this song, though, was he? That wasn't the plan. He wrote this for someone else.
Is it Elvis Presley?
Yep.
Yeah.
He wrote this for Elvis, and Elvis turned it down.
He says he did. Anyway, we've done this a few times, even with Mungo Jerry writing I Feel Like I'm in Love. A lot of people claim I wrote this for Elvis, and then I think it's an inspiration for songwriters imagining Elvis singing a song. I've done that in the past, certainly.
Yeah, we wrote this podcast for Elvis.
We did
to do.
Yeah.
We were just a bit late. It's not our fault podcasts weren't invented in 1977. Angie Bowie says this song's about her.
Yes.
Bit vain.
Maybe Carly Simon wrote that song about Angie Bowie and this song.
I think the definitive version of this song, though, was sung by Peter Glaze and Jan Hunt on the kids' TV show Crackerjack.
So I saw on YouTube. Is it good?
Good is the wrong kind of word to be using. You shouldn't be putting words like good and bad on it. I think
I agree.
I think fucking mental is probably more appropriate. So this is the thing they used to do on Crackerjack.
Crackerjack.
Yeah, just leave a little gap for people to shout it. And where they get like members of the repertory cast, they do one of the songs that was in the charts, and for some reason they have, like, out of all the songs on this chart, well, I suppose they can't do "Show Me You're a Woman," can they? They do "Golden Years," and it's Peter Glaze and Jan Hunt dressed as old people on a bench, and it's very odd because there's a lot of sort of weird vocalizations in the song, and they try and do all of it.
Nice.
It's well worth watching. It's only a minute long. You'll find it on YouTube.
It was also heavily featured in the film A Knight's Tale. I learned on YouTube comments, people saying they saw Heath Ledger dancing to it. I've never seen that film, so I don't know.
It's one of my wife's favourite films. That
Okay.
She watches it all the time.
Do you know the scene I'm on about then?
Nope.
So you don't watch it with your wife then?
Nope. I have men's things to be doing.
It's got a lovely whistle at the end. I like that. I should do that. Maybe my key changes and self-reference mention whistling. It happens rarely. I like the notion of run for the shadows. That's a dark little bit of advice in the song, isn't it?
Well, I like to imagine that the Shadows, Hank Marvin, etc., they've hurt their leg and are unable to complete the run. So they will continue to bat, but they will need a runner in. Obviously, the rules have changed now in international cricket. You can't have it anymore.
As we say every week, it is very much up to the individual how they interpret these songs.
Number 7.
Down to number 7. It's na-na is the saddest word by the Stylistics.
Who, at time of recording, you've just missed them. They've just been playing live anyway. So my point is the Stylistics are an ongoing concern, and it's not all nostalgia we deal with in this podcast, James. We deal with up-to-date pop news. The Stylistics have just been out on tour.
Yeah, with 2 original members as well.
Yeah, right.
The current Stylistics lineup. Not with the singer Russell Tompkins Jr., though.
Okay.
He's no longer with them.
A lot of people on YouTube are going on about the Russell Tompkins voice on this song, Na Na, by the Stylistics, just to drag it back onto track.
It's the saddest word, apparently, na-na, which is weird because how it's written on the record is it's written as 2 words, so that's wrong. And also, what do they mean? Do they mean nana? How's she going to feel about that? Yeah. Is it nana? Like you proper nana. Is it?
I have been singing that in my head all week. What do you think is the saddest word?
Is it nana muscuri?
Could be. Nana is the saddest bird, and they just change it around a little bit.
The 70s.
Yeah.
That kind of language
was
acceptable.
What do you think is the saddest word? I don't think it is nana. Do you?
Malignant. I don't know. Context is important, isn't it?
Unrequited, I thought might be.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought nearly. That's a sad word, isn't it? Often, not all the time. I mean, I think of lockdown that time, James. I'm going to say Lidl was the saddest word.
Chegwin.
Hey, email us into shoobydpodcast@gmail.com and tell us what you think is the saddest word. Begging for patrons, certainly one of the saddest sentences.
It's easy to come up with sad sentences, but to come up with a sad word is really hard, which is probably why they've copped out and just gone na-na.
It's unusual. It's an ear catcher, so I'm going to give them that for certain.
It's like they've gone, we want to do a song about the saddest word. I'll just put Nana for now, and we'll figure out what it is, and we'll put it in later. And then they never got round to it, and they've just left it.
Yeah.
Placeholder is the saddest word.
Which one?
Placeholder is the saddest word.
I mean, I've got into it this week, this song. Did you like it? I didn't know it before, so it's been a discovery for me.
Nice to hear the harpsichord.
Well, isn't it? It's got the harpsichord intro. It reminded me like an Elizabethan type setting, really. I imagine the Stylistics singing this in powder wigs with their eyes fluttering behind a hand fan or something.
Yeah. Then it would be sort of nonny is the saddest word. Maybe. Started raining.
Just to point out, it started raining.
It is Christmas.
It is Christmas. It is raining. Hey, help us out on Patreon and we will spend that money to stop the rain, yeah?
I mean, yeah, it's okay. I think there are other better, more fun stylistic songs, aren't there?
Yeah, it's all right. Isn't it? Like I said, I got into the mood of it, really. Like the Elizabethan thing I really liked. Alan Fox on YouTube says, charity shops in the 80s were a godsend for finding gems like this. So that's a different one. We've talked about it before, haven't we? About people recording songs from the dad's boom box and whatever. So charity shops.
Probably always find a Stylistics album. They've got so many great hits, though. This was their 6th of 8 UK top 10 hits off the back of the number 1 Can't Give You Anything But My Love.
Ah, yeah.
This peaks at number 5. They're more popular in Europe at this point than they ever were in America, so they kind of were over here quite a lot.
I learned from YouTube, at least, that this record would be in a bit of a departure. J Ghoul OY6XB on YouTube says this is written by Hugo and Luigi.
Yeah, Hugo Peretti and Luigi Creatori, the team behind Can't Help Falling in Love with You and The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Okay.
And they produced Twisting the Night Away, Shout by the Isley Brothers, written by George David Weiss, who has a writing credit on What a Wonderful World.
Really? All them old songs?
Yep.
Okay, great. Should we find out what other pop stars have said things about words and you can guess who they are?
Well, I know that sorry is the hardest word.
That's right.
I suppose it is the mid-70s. It could be Nanu. Nanu is the saddest word.
Like Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
I get you. All right, then. Which pop star said this about words? Guarding your heart and protecting your dignity are a little bit more important than clarifying the emotions of someone who's only texting you back 3 words. I've learned that from trying to figure out people who don't deserve to be figured out. It's a very her quote, I'm going to say. Knows what they're doing, self-assured, at least part of the time.
Well, it's not Shakespeare, because, of course, he said brevity is the soul of wit, and that was a fucking novel. Taylor Swift?
Woo-hoo-hoo. 1 million pop points to you, James. How did you work that out so quick?
I used my brain and mind.
All right, then, since you're on such a roll, which pop star said this? I think it's such a powerful thing. Words and melodies, you put them together. I couldn't really picture a world without music and words. It would be quite boring.
I don't know that.
Just released it. Go on, are you going to have a go?
Well, I'm trying to think of a musician who likes music. That's the thing.
She's just released an album and loads of people saying the cover art's dodgy, although it's up to her, called Man's Best Friend. That's
Is it Sabrina Carpenter?
Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to give you 500,000 pop points for that because I gave you a clue.
Yeah.
Which pop star said this? We're sticking with the women this week, I'm going to say. Words are more powerful than some noises. Noises won't last long. Lyrics are so important and people don't realise that.
Is it the woman from 2 Unlimited?
Yeah, if Billie Eilish is in 2 Unlimited this week. All right, let's do one more and get out of Dodge, James. Which pop star said, I soothe my conscience now with the thought that it is better for hard words to be on paper than that mommy should carry them in her heart?
What? Mommy?
Yeah.
Is it a pop star who is a mommy?
No.
Oh, it's a pop star that has a mommy.
Yeah, I'd also be a
That
bit...
narrows
I'd also...
it down.
Yeah.
Is it one of the Spice Girls?
No.
I'm just trying to think who sing about their mother. I don't know.
It is the pop star from Alicia's Attic, Anne Frank.
Fuck's sake.
Number 6.
Up 3 to number 6 this week. It's Let's Twist Again by Chubby Checker. One of my all-time favourite songs, but more importantly, what the hell is this doing in the charts?
Well, there's a whole thing going on here.
Go on.
Well, it's a double A-side with The Twist.
That's right. Kevin Hayes, 3142 on YouTube, says, Chubby had one of the biggest hits of all time with The Twist. What can he do now? How about Let's Twist Again? Genius.
There's a bit of that going on. Here's the thing. So in America, The Twist, 1960, I think, massive hit. Absolutely huge. In the UK, not so much. Doesn't even get in the top 30, I don't think. The next year, when he does Let's Twist Again, medium success in America, I'd say. Still big, but not The Twist big. In the UK, much, much bigger than The Twist. Let's Twist Again. So in the UK, Let's Twist Again has always been the bigger hit. So I think that's why it's sort of the dominant side of the double A side here.
It's 1975. What's it doing in the charts? I mean, I had a little look. I thought, I'm going to have a look why this was a hit in 1975. I typed it into Google. AI came back, that top result, saying it wasn't a hit in 1975. There is no record of it being a hit in 1975. And I thought, hey, I'm fucking looking at it right now.
Yep. AI, you are wrong, sir. Wrong, sir.
It's got really rainy, James.
Yes. It's Christmas. It's a veil of tears for the virgin birth.
All right. It's tricky. If we'd known it was going to be this rainy, we might have done it in let's call it a house with bricks rather than a shed.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
And we can't leave because it's raining too much.
I'm not getting wet, am I? As many women have said to me.
Is it the thing that when it was first a hit back in 1961, so it's 14 years later, so all the teenagers then are now in their 30s. Maybe they've got kids. It comes out and they're buying it for their kids. I remember, even growing up in the 80s, that Let's Twist Again would be played at like kids' parties and stuff.
Yeah. We've mentioned it many times. Let's Twist Again, haven't we? Mainly from Jive Bunny. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. It's got that in.
Well,
also, in number 38 this week in the charts, there's another version of this song. You aware of that?
No.
John Asher, a fella called John Asher, it's just a cover version of Let's Twist Again's number 38. It was 14 the week before. So I'm guessing just around this time there was a hunger for twisting.
If you remember, we've talked about early 60s charts before where they're always banging on about doing the twist.
Yeah.
It's such a bloody phenomenon.
I love the twist. So if I'm out and about and I fancy dancing, the twist is a great place to start. You can just do it standing there if you like with your hand in your pockets, give it a little hip shimmy and your thing. It's a great dance to do. I miss it. I think the twist should happen more.
It's easy to do and hard to resist.
Yeah.
Not my words, the words of the Fat Boys in the cover version they did with Chubby Checker in the 80s, which is in fact Chubby Checker's third and final UK top 10 single. So he had 3 UK top 10 singles, Let's Twist Again in 1961, this double A side in 1975, and then the twist Yo Twist with the Fat Boys in the late 80s.
He's famous, isn't he, Chubby Checker, of course, for the twist. This is very much his, it'll be written, or if he's died, he's still alive, I think.
Yeah, he's still knocking around.
Yeah. As of time of recording.
Apparently there's going to be a movie of his life,
Is
and
that?
M. Night Shyamalan's going to direct it because, well, you can finish that joke yourself. Also recorded by Chubby Checker. The Mexican Hat Twist, the Lose Your Inhibitions Twist, Twist Along, Love is Like a Twist, Twist in the Blues, Dear Lady Twist, Twist in Bones, Peppermint Twist, Twist Train, Mr. Twister, Twist in USA, Slow Twisted, La Paloma Twist, Teach Me to Twist, and Twist It Up. He stars in the film Twist Around the Clock, IMDb rating 4.8, which cost $250,000 to make and grossed over $6 million. There is a character in that film called Jimmy Cook, which I got very excited about. He's also in the movie Don't Knock the Twist.
Oh, yeah.
IMDb rating 5.2.
And he's got a bit part in Oliver.
And before you start going, is that all Chubby Checker did? The Twist? No, it isn't. Other dance craze songs by Chubby Checker include, none of these caught on the same way that the Twist did, but he did record them. The Ooh Poo Pa Doo Shimmy, can't think why that didn't catch on. The CC Rider Stroll, the Strand, the Chicken, the Hucklebuck, the Madison, the Slop, the Jet, the Pony, the Ray Charleston, Dance the Mess Around.
The Ray Charleston.
Yeah.
Right.
The Fly, Limbo Rock, Let's Limbo Some More, She Wants to Swim, Let's Do the Freddy, Karate Monkey, Reggae My Way, and The Rub.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you went out with Chubby Checker, if you were dating him, and then you said to him, should we go dancing tonight, Chubby Checker? And he went, no, I'm not really in the mood. You'd be annoyed, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're in the mood usually. Yeah, you take that personally.
But, does he want to bring his work home with him? That's what you've got to ask.
You should do Gangnam Style while he's still alive. Our respects to Chubby Checker, we genuinely mean it.
Chubby Checker, of course, born Chubbington Checkerstein. Not really. Not really. Born Ernest Evans. He went to the same high school as Fabian, the American rock and roll star.
I'm still laughing at you.
You're still laughing at Chubbington Checkerstein.
That's a good name. We'll do that. We'll do that again in the future if he has another top 10 hit. That's for sure.
Well, we know he does, and it's the same bloody song. So, his name actually comes from Chubby because that was a nickname given to him by his boss at the 9th Street Produce Market in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I learned this on YouTube. It's a nickname. He's not Chubby either, is he? He should be called Chipper Checker.
Chipper Checker. Sounds like someone in the chip shop who checks all the chips. Do you know where the checker comes from?
No.
It's an homage to another rock and roll singer.
Billy Ward and the Dominoes?
No, not Billy Ward and the Dominoes.
Fats Domino?
Fats Domino,
Okay.
yes, indeed. In fact, Chubby Checker used to do an impression of Fats Domino,
Yeah.
and Dick Clark's wife, Barbara, suggested you should call yourself Chubby Checker because of the
Okay.
Fats Domino thing. And that's where that came from. I mean, it's loads of fun, isn't it?
Yes, I love this. I love this record. I've sung it at karaoke. I've put it on when I'm DJing. Always a winner. You can stick it on, especially in the drunker hours of a DJing set, and people fucking love this song still.
Won Grammy Award for the Best Rock and Roll Recording in 1962.
Sounds great as well if we're getting into all that, the production, blah, 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 which we don't usually. But yeah, I love the sound of it. It's lively.
What's your favourite bit of the song?
My favourite bit,
Yeah.
genuinely this week, I discovered, so I've heard this song all my life, and I
Yeah.
heard something because of the nature of this I've never heard before.
Go on then.
So he's sort of going, you'll have to forgive me, I don't know it, but he's going, let's twist again, aim like we did last summer. Let's twist again like we did last year. We need to change the words, copyright. It is December, yeah, when Chubby had this Hummer. Anyway, let's twist again like we did last year. And I like this bit, he goes, E, I'm gonna rock and roll. I've never heard that E before, if you know what I mean.
Is he from Yorkshire?
It's weird. It's great. So what do you think the best bit of this record
Well,
is?
is it a bird? No.
Yeah.
Is it a plane? No. It's the twister. Yes.
Yeah.
So, doing the twist, can it make you fly? Is that the implication there? Why else would you think it was a bird or a plane?
I like the old Superman reference in there. I think that gives it. Hey, it's relevant, this record, to this day. I'm going to say, weirdly, if you just want to have a good time, and that's relevance to you.
He wasn't the originator of the twist, was he, Chubby Checker?
No.
No.
Who was?
The twist.
Yeah. At the Peppermint Lounge, that's all I know. Chubby Checker and the Peppermint Lounge, apparently. That's a good place to go if you want a twist into New York.
No, he covered the twist. The original was by Hank Ballard and the Midnighters.
Oh, okay, of course. I knew that deep down. Why have I forgotten that? My apologies.
And this song, Let's Twist Again, was written by Carl Mann and Dave Appel, who also wrote Teddy Bear.
Elvis?
Yeah, Butterfly.
Don't know that song. Who
Charlie
dat?
Grace.
Ah, I do know that song.
And Limbo Rock.
Chubby Checker again.
David Appel will go on to produce Knock 3 Times and Tie Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree for Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Wow.
What I like about this song is, obviously, he's had a big hit in America with The Twist, and it's a year later. And very much like that YouTuber has said, what are you going to do? Do a song. Hey, remember last year?
Yeah.
Remember when I had a big hit?
Well,
that was good, wasn't it?
I like the nostalgia of it, and this. Depending on what you think the twist is, obviously it's that dance, but the whole notion of like we did last summer and let's do it again. If you swap twist for something else, it is about trying to recapture happy times. There's nothing wrong with that in a song, is there?
And even in 1961, they're being nostalgic for 1960.
Yeah.
It's a recurring theme in pop music, and particularly in the 70s we've discovered. There's a lot of nostalgia for the 50s and songs coming back and song styles that are a bit like the 50s being around.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should put out a podcast next year. Do you remember Shooby Dooby Doo-Wop? Where we talk about our favourite Shooby Dooby Doo-Wop episodes?
Yeah. My favourite comment maybe was from Alberto Flores, 970, and he says, we need to play this out on the street to cheer everyone up. I mean, that's got to be better than putting some flags up, yeah?
Yeah, all those people who go marching.
Yeah.
Whatever they're marching about.
Yeah.
Don't march.
Pop a bit of chubby checker, shimmying down the strand. Don't arrest me, copper. I'm only doing the twist.
Yeah. Don't put on Facebook, we're marching for such and such. Just put, we're twisting.
Yeah.
We're all meeting up and we're going to do the twist. And it goes like this.
That's the end of part 1 of this podcast, James. We have done numbers 10 to 6 of the top 10 from this week's chart. What do you think we're going to do in part 2?
It's going to be numbers 5 to 1 of this festive chart from 1975. Yes, it is. From 1975, featuring an actual Christmas song, an actual summer holiday song, a sexy song, an unlikely revival, and the boss monster of pop.
What does it sound like?
Sounds a bit like this.
He actually recorded this song whilst getting bonked.
Getting bonked.
Yeah, like the 70s phrase,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. For any young people listening, that's not being hit on the head. Or it might be. I don't know. It really depends what you're into.
What you're into, absolutely.
What the hell are we going to say about this song that hasn't been said a billion times by other people before?
Yeah, I reckon British people come out of the womb singing this song. It's sort of true, isn't it? Well, that sounds great, even though we haven't said it yet. I particularly like the bit you did about hot chocolate, James. Little spoiler.
It's one of my favourite drinks.
As always, you can listen to these songs on Spotify and our YouTube playlist. We always like to give you a nudge back towards the music, yeah?
Yeah, give us a rating, a review and a share. We'd appreciate all of that, please.
We really would. And let's chuck it in end of part 1. Write us a review if you've got a spare 5 minutes. We'd be ever so grateful, Governor, genuinely. A good review, by the way, I suppose, rather. Yeah.
Well, do you think we deserve one?
For some of this, which I'm hoping you've chopped out, probably not, but we had to go.
Until next time then, Shooby Dooby Doo Up.
And bop, bop, shoo, wop.